Welcome to Biblical Leadership. Today's lecture is entitled Managing Your Daily Schedule. This is going to be a very practical yet in-depth look at some very helpful tips on how to set up a daily routine and how to build good habits for organizing and managing the schedule of your life. For me personally, this is probably one of the most enjoyable lectures to give in this series on biblical leadership. And the reason that it is so important for young leaders such as yourself or leaders who are just beginning this leadership journey, the reason this is such an important topic is that really the ability you will have as a leader to influence and impact others is going to ride on your ability to manage yourself. And a big piece of that is learning to manage your daily schedule and build good routines into your life. So this lesson will hopefully be a very foundational one for you as a young leader. So let's jump into this material and hopefully you will enjoy this content. All right, so what are the symptoms of disorganization? How do I know if my life is not organized? And I think sometimes we tend to see ourselves from a higher perspective than reality. We tend to think that we are pretty organized when the truth may be that we're not. And so these are some great ways to identify how organized or disorganized you are in your life. The first would be look at the condition of your room. Disorganization is going to show up in these different aspects of life, and the condition of your room is definitely one of the first places that you will see disorganization. Because the reality is this: we can fool a lot of people into thinking that we are organized because they don't necessarily look into our room on a daily basis or if ever. We can mask that or camouflage that. Your professors may see you around campus or in class and think, oh wow, that's a very organized person. But if they could see the condition of your room, they would understand, no, this person has serious problems with organization. They need serious help. They need to be able to build better habits of organization into their life. And the condition of your room is going to reveal that very quickly. So think about your room. If we could take a picture of that and put that onto Populi and have everyone in this class log in and take a picture, what would that be like? If you didn't have the pre-warning to know that we're going to take that picture, if it was just right now, this moment, we took that snapshot, what would that condition look like? Think about the dresser tops or the desk, the flat surfaces where things can just be stashed. Is there organization to that, or do you just haphazardly throw things on top of your nightstand or your desk or your dresser? Is there any type of thought put into where things are at? But not just the outside, the things that can be seen in the room, but what about under the bed or in the drawers, the desk drawers, the dresser drawers? Are things organized and neat and in their place? The closet, are the shoes just haphazardly thrown into there? Or are they organized within the closet? Your clothes, are they organized? All of that is going to speak to the level of organization that you have developed in your life. Not only the condition of your room, but also the condition of your car. You could ask, when was the last time it was clean? The inside of the car, the outside of the car. Can you even see the carpet in the car? Is there so much junk in there that you don't even know what color the carpet is? All of that could be a symptom or a sign that you are disorganized. What about your maintenance schedule? Are you keeping up with your oil changes, your tire rotations? Are you making sure that the basic mechanical functions of the car are working? All of that will show that you either are organized or you have symptoms of disorganization in your life. What about broken promises? Have you made promises to friends or family or to employers, professors, things that you have told them you will do, but then you have a trail of broken promises behind you because you're not organized enough to follow through on those promises? It's not normally a situation where we intend to break a promise, but we either forget to write it down or we don't have a good system of reminding ourselves about these promises. And so we have good intentions, but we forget and we fall short on following through because we don't have a system for keeping our life organized. So if all of this is pointing in your life toward disorganization, when you look at these different areas, then I want to offer some help to you in the next point. But We can also see that disorganization can lead to feelings of low self-esteem. So if you're looking at your life and asking yourself, okay, do I have symptoms of disorganization? Then ask yourself how you feel about yourself. Gordon MacDonald made this statement in his book, Ordering Your Private World. He said, there is a tendency toward daydreaming if you're disorganized, an avoidance of decisions that have to be made, procrastination. Disorganization begins to affect every part of my will to work steadily and excellently. So disorganization can be seen if you have this tendency toward daydreaming, avoiding making decisions, procrastinating. All of these areas will be affected by the fact that you are disorganized. Typically, organized people are going to be looking toward finishing projects, meeting deadlines, having things done in a timely manner and done at a high level, excellent level, quality level. Those would be the characteristics of someone who is organized. And the less your life looks like that, the more that disorganization has taken root and needs to be uprooted and better habits built into your life. So how do we avoid disorganization? First of all, you need to organize your life. You can do that by having a personal calendar. And you can do this in a variety of ways, whether that is something that you would write out, or I would prefer with the technology age that we live in to do something through your smartphone or some type of electronic device, a way that you can organize all of the different deadlines, meetings, anything that you have to do, events that you have to attend, all of that can be right there on your personal schedule. And you can look at that by week, by month, you can look at the whole year. All of the things that you have to do, obligations you have to fulfill would be right there in that personal schedule. In addition to that, you need to spend some time every Sunday night or early Monday morning looking over your entire week so that you can plan out and be ahead of anything that is due for that week. You need to also spend some time on the first day of every month planning out the entire month, making sure that you are mentally prepared and know what is coming up so that you are not late on an assignment, you're not caught off guard by something you have to do, some obligation you have to fulfill. All of that will be prepared for in advance. You should also spend some time at the beginning of every year planning out the entire year, giving yourself some goals that you want to accomplish and looking ahead at what is going to be coming up this year. What are the major things that I want to accomplish? And that's an important piece of beginning to organize and bringing your life into control by having this personal schedule. You also need to have a calendar that has a to-do list. So use a calendar, make a to-do list, and then also plan the use of your time. Don't just react to circumstances. The to-do list is very important. On that to-do list, you need to have a list of items that you're going to accomplish on a weekly basis, and then you can break that down to day by day. But you need to be living with a to-do list. If you do not have a to-do list right now that you cannot locate, you don't know where it's at, you maybe have never even written one, that would be a sign that you are disorganized. If you can think right now, okay, where's my to-do list? What's on it? That would be showing me, demonstrating to me that you are moving toward building good habits of organization in your life if you have that to-do list and you're using it on a regular basis. All right, you can also avoid disorganization by starting with the small things. First of all, organize your room. That's a great start. Organize from there and then work your way out into other areas of your life. Start with your car. Get your car organized. Do something. Make some step toward organizing that you can begin to build on, and start with the small things and work out from there. Do the hardest job first. Whenever you're thinking about tasks you have to accomplish, you can think, okay, what is the one job or assignment or project that I'm avoiding because I think it's the most difficult? Jump in and just get that done. Do the hardest thing first, right off the bat at the beginning of the day, when you're fresh, when you're the most energetic, when you're the most likely to succeed in accomplishing that task. Do the hardest job first. And then welcome responsibility. Take on extra responsibility. You'll find that the more responsibility you take on, it will force you to become more organized. It will force you to have to-do lists and become better in planning. And obviously there's a balance point to that. You don't want to take on so much that you burn yourself out, but take on extra responsibility. It will help you in organizing and bringing those good habits into your life. All right, here's some just practical advice on how to organize your life. You can understand the rhythm and the flow to life. Understand the rhythm and flow to life. This is something that is especially helpful when you think about the way that the year goes. There are some months that are just busier than others. So think of the year as building to a crescendo, starting in the spring and then dropping off in the fall. Summer is a busy time. You're trying to get a lot of things done. I know we typically take vacations as well in the summer, but this is a time of year you should be getting the most done. And then in the winter, the days are shorter. You're trying to do less in terms of projects. You have less daylight outside. So think of the year as building up to that crescendo in the spring and then dropping off in the fall. And recognize that times during the year that you should be busy and times when you can relax. And if you're trying to be 100% on the go all year long, you're going to burn out very quickly. So recognize whatever the season of your life that you're in, when are the times that I can relax? When are the times that I really have to dig in and do work? And I would say right now, as a college student, obviously in the semester, you have to gauge that. You have to know when are the times in the semester that I'm really going to be in demand to get these projects done, and when can I take some more time to kind of relax and build up for this really stressful point in the semester where I have to get a lot accomplished. And you've got to understand those rhythms and flows, or you will quickly reach a point of burnout, and that's not going to be helpful if you are trying to work against that flow to life. All right, and then be on time. That's just something that is very practical. Develop the ability to discipline your desires, activities, and demands so that you can arrive on time. Be courteous of the time that others are putting into whatever it is they're organizing. Be conscientious of their time. Just be on time. And then practice self-denial. Learn to say no to your feelings. And that's going to help you tremendously in organizing your life, because many times we have conflicts. We have things that we want to do and things that we need to do, and we need to put the priority on the things that we need to get done, not the things that we necessarily want to do. So if it's a beautiful day out and you're wanting to go to the beach, but I have a project that has to be done, I have to practice self-denial and realize the importance of finishing the project, doing my work before my play, and not getting those reversed, so that I'm letting people down, neglecting my responsibilities just because I want to enjoy a nice day at the beach, even though that may be what I really want to do inside. It may not always be the best thing for me to do. So these are just some very practical tips that will help you to be better organized. And this is going to be something that you will work on for the rest of your life, trying to build these good habits of organization into your daily routine and into your planning. But the more that you exercise this, the more diligent you are about building these good habits, the more rewards you will reap in your life as a leader. It will definitely pay off in big dividends if you begin to instill these principles into your life.